ASHA workers are the backbone of the healthcare systems. In the pandemic, you have seen that how much efficiently ASHA workers have worked on the ground. Yet, they are not the government employees. Yes, you heard the right that they are not the government employees. And this is a matter of worry for the ASHA workers. Hello and welcome to the new series of Drishti IAS. I am Ritu and today's session is about ASHA workers and why they are protesting, and this session is important for you GS 2 as well as GS 3 perspective. So moving towards the points of discussion part. So first of all, we are going to discuss the news, then we are going to discuss about that what is the protest, ASHA workers protest, and then we are going to discuss about the role of the ASHA workers in the healthcare system, what does the ASHA workers earn, and here we are going to take a case study of Kerala because Kerala ASHA workers are protesting, and we are going to compare with the other state, and then we are going to discuss practice question for prelims. Before that, you have to like, share and subscribe to this TI's channel. Moving towards the news part. So the news is that in Kerala, ASHA workers are protesting that they want to become a government employee. They want a regular salary and they also want retirement benefits. And because of this, the matter has become politicized and so many political leaders, so many state workers are giving statements related to the ASHA workers and their conditions. Yet there is no solution have been found out by both the state government and the central government. So this is the news which we are going to cover up in today's session. Coming to the discussion part, that what is the blame game between center and state versus ASHA workers. So here ASHA workers are protesting, and here we are talking about the Kerala ASHA workers. So Kerala ASHA workers are protesting for release of pending dues. They are also protesting that increase in honorarium from rupees 7,000 to 21,000. They also want retirement benefit up to 5 lakhs and they want regularization as government employees. So this is the demand of the ASHA workers in Kerala. Now here is the question that why there is a blame game between the center and the state. So the state government has said that the central government has not released the 100 crore fund. So that's why they are unable to pay them. On the other hand, central government has made allegations on the state government that there are some structural problem from the state government side. So that's why there is no clearance over the what you can say, and delayed the process of not the funds. So the state government had delayed the process by not submitting utilization certificates. So that's why this is the reason that there is a blame game happening between center and the state. Now we are going to discuss about the ASHA workers. So what is the role of ASHA workers we have? So ASHA worker is a part of National Rural Health Mission and which has been launched in 2005. And ASHA workers are known as a community health workers, which bridges the gap between the primary health care and the formal health care. So this is the main job of the ASHA workers, and they are the frontline health workers for the marginalized section and especially for the rural marginalized section. So their roles and responsibilities are primary contact for health related needs, especially for the women and children. So they take care of postnatal, antenatal care for the women, the children who were born. So their main responsibility is to take care of them. Then health awareness and outreach for public health services. In the pandemic, you have seen that how ASHA workers has created awareness regarding the pandemic. So maternal and child care support, immunization, family planning and disease prevention and home visits with record keeping. So these are the primary works and primary role of the ASHA worker. Now we are going to discuss about the selection and deployment. So women whose age is around 25 to 45 years from the same village, preferably married, widowed and divorced are preferred. The education qualification up to 10. Also selected via Gram Panchayat, self-help groups and community bodies. So this is the selection criteria and deployment for the ASHA workers. one ASHA per 1000 population. This has been expected. It changes from state to state. Current in numbers, so this is 2022 to 2023 data. Around 9.2 lakh rural ASHA workers and around 79,900 urban ASHAs. And highest numbers we can see in the Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh. So this is about the selection and deployment and the current workers. So here we can see that around 10 lakh workers worked as a ASHA worker, especially in the rural area. Then what the ASHA earns? So they are the not government employee, they are the honorary volunteers. So that's why they are given the honorarium. And what is honorarium here? So suppose that if any work has been not defined as a paid, so their nature of the work is not defined, that what amount should be given. So in a honorary work, for a voluntary work, the amount is paid, so that's why it is called as honorarium. And earlier it has been started as a voluntary work, but right now what we have seen that ASHA workers are often involved as a full-time workers. So that's why they are demanding that they need to become a regular government employee. So this is, they are the full-time community health care providers, and NHM, National Health Mission, still classify them as a volunteers, and they have been given incentives. Task-based incentive is there. Payment and incentives, monthly incentives rupees 3,000 shared by the center and state, but task-based and often unpaid in full. Honorarium paid by the states. In Kerala, ASHAs receives rupees 7,000 per month based on the completion of 10 tasks, and it varies from state to state. Scheme based incentives are also there. Suppose that rupees 500 for Rashtriya Bal Swasthya Karyakram. So these are the things which has been given to the ASHA workers, and by seeing the monthly incentives and honorarium and scheme incentives, their salary is not much high, and they are not even given the salary, they are just given the honorarium and task based incentives. So their basic demand that they need salary. So this is about the ASHA's earning. Now here we are going to discuss about the challenges. So the challenge is that there is a irregular payment because there is no defined payment. Then some national schemes are not applicable in all areas, limiting earnings. So as you have seen that for different states we have a different kind of initiatives, and under those initiatives they get paid, but in different state few schemes are not applicable, so they do not get incentives for those schemes, so they often lacks earning, and despite their crucial role they are not recognized as a regular employee. So these are the challenges we have into the ASHA. So now here we are going to discuss about the Kerala versus other states. So Kerala said that we pay highest amount of honorarium to the ASHA workers, but here are few data from the other states who pay more than the Kerala. So recently we have seen that Sikkim has been paying rupees 10,000 to ASHA workers. Andhra Pradesh is paying rupees 10,000. And then Karnataka has also raised the pay, and it has become from 5,000 to 10,000. And right now ASHA workers want that their salary should be, or their honorarium should be around 15,000 and other employment benefits. So they want fixed monthly income. So this is about the ASHA workers problem. So as in the introduction session, we have already discussed about that ASHA workers are backbone of the healthcare system. They bridge the gap between primary healthcare and the formal healthcare, and they are the biggest support to the rural women and for the marginalized section. And if people like ASHA workers are not paid regularly, they are not recognized as a government employees, then this is a problematic situation for them, because this particular work has been designed as a voluntary, so that women work should not be compromised from their daily household chores, and along with their daily household chores they can also work as ASHA workers. But right now there are certain challenges. The nature of the work has been changed, and ASHA workers works as a full-time ASHA workers. So if they are working as a full-time ASHA worker, so they need to have a fixed monthly income, they need to have other benefits which a government employee deserves. So these are the loopholes we have into the ASHA workers, that they want to become a government employee from volunteers, and this would be an apt solution. There should be a meeting, there should be more debates and discussion, so that we can provide them a dignified pay to the ASHA workers. Now we are going to discuss about the practice question for prelims. Consider the following statement regarding ASHA, accredited social health activist workers. ASHA workers are considered government employees and receive a fixed monthly salary. They were introduced under National Rural Health Mission in 2005 to improve healthcare access in rural areas. Which of the statement given above is are correct? One only, two only, both one and two, neither one nor two. So you can answer into the comment section. I hope you like this session. If you have any queries related to the session, kindly ask into the comment section. And as you already know that tomorrow is the Holi, so I wish happy Holi to everyone and have a safe Holi. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.